Welcome back, DD Nation. Welcome back to Dirty Dishes. As you can see, we have another Weekly Cav, and this time is Weekly Cav number 8. So everybody, as you know, last week, the whole week, we were not available. Let me not say we're not available, we're not there, you know, we didn't post any videos. The reason being is we all are aware of what is happening last week in terms of the xenophobia attacks, the gender-based violence, the all the rape cases that were happening. So we decided that we just want to take some time to just actively be involved in all the protests that are happening, and also just to make sure that all the women in our lives are also well taken care of, or at least have someone to talk to if any of these issues also happen in their lives personally. So yeah, that's what we've been doing, and I've been behind on some editing and some schoolwork because of this, but it was worth it.
Yeah, it's a course. It was
really worth it.
In Pretoria, everybody came together. We stood together. It was
in Hatfield it was happening. There were protests on the street. The University of Pretoria even decided to take a break from classes. Thursday and Friday we did not have classes because of what was happening last week in and around Hatfield.
Yeah. So each and every one of us had a role to play in our community, being Hatfield, and I trust that it was very beneficial as well. And it doesn't stop here. We're gonna continue,
keep the same energy
throughout.
Exactly that. So anyway, we're gonna start with our first topic of the day.
Everyone knows what has been happening. The news, the social media, on the news, everywhere that you actually have access to, anything that you have access to. If you're not aware, you are genuinely being ignorant. We all know what happened to Uyinene, which was unfair and undeserving. And then from there on, it started protests across the country. In Hatfield itself, there was a vigil that happened, and hundreds and hundreds of people appeared at MP Theatre at the University of Pretoria main campus in Hatfield, and it was heartfelt because some people shared their stories and other people were condemning the act of gender-based violence against both women, men and children. One of the responses that Cyril Ramaphosa has had when it comes to gender-based violence is that he said he's gonna try to get Parliament to have a offenders list made public. A part of the concerns with this is that things like what's it called?
The lawsuits.
Not just the lawsuits. When people gather around to beat someone, it's called what?
Mob justice.
Mob justice. A lot of what people have been afraid of is that when the offenders list does come out, is that it will spark things like mob justice and all those type of things. Personally, in my opinion, I still feel like that is a way forward still, so that people can know who and what type of danger they're interacting with when it comes to the person, and let that person prove for themselves that they are no longer what they used to be. And the other thing is that victims are being sued for speaking out on Twitter.
I was about to say that.
Victims are being sued for speaking out on Twitter because it has something to do with defamation of character and other charges that come alike. One of them, a tweet was, can you please put the tweet in there? One of the things is that on Twitter, when people go out and speak and actually release names of people that they say that allegedly have raped or sexually assaulted them, is that they are being sued. So ladies, please be careful. Please follow the right procedure when it comes to these things, so that they don't catch you off, because I just think this is one of the tricks that perpetrators can use against you guys when you do go into these things unprepared and unaware.
That's another thing about the Cyril Ramaphosa list, is that you have to make sure that the people on that list are actually rapists.
Yeah, but I do believe that the offenders list are people who've already been trialed.
Yeah,
they just
the public one, not the one that is on Twitter, because not there is two lists, so please don't confuse the two lists.
Yeah, the offenders list, and then there's the alleged perpetrators list.
That's been going around.
And this is the one that's going around Twitter, where people are even going to these places to find perpetrators. Similar things have happened in Hatfield last week, where there were mobs outside.
Outside of people's places
to go and fetch these alleged perpetrators. I think the media as well as government needs to shine more light on other cases that happen in places like rural areas. Where we just feel like it's it's a normal thing that happens there. It happens all the time.
True.
That people just not doing anything about it. We only want to get upset when we hear
Someone
names
with
of
clout.
people who are very popular, people who are well known, and that's not how we're supposed to do things.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, women and children out there, Uber did release a statement on how to keep yourself safe in an Uber ride, because we've seen a lot of ladies start fearing for their lives and saying that they don't want to walk anymore, they don't want to take Ubers anymore, they're just afraid because of all the kidnappings that have been happening, all the abductions. So these are 5 things that Uber has released to keep you safe. First of all, an Uber driver is meant to take a selfie periodically before they accept your ride. So we're assuming how this would work is that before an Uber driver can accept a ride, Uber will check if their picture is the same picture that has been registered on the Uber app. So this makes sure that people's friends are not driving cars on behalf of somebody else, which can put you in danger. Second thing is, Uber has made it possible for you to share your trip details with 5 trusted contacts. So this will give a live GPS location of where you're going, as well as if the trip has been ended and you've been dropped off safely. Third thing is, there's been an emergency button that has been included in the Uber app, and this will allow you to use that would alert 2 private security companies, not just the public police, to come and find you if you need any help. And the next one is that there is a 24/7 customer support, which will help you contact Uber anytime you need to contact them, maybe out of danger or in danger, depends on how you want to use that. And also besides that, Uber does give you a prompt to make sure that you check that the vehicle registration matches the one on the app, and you make sure that you are getting into the right vehicle, because I've seen many times, because the car I drive looks like an Uber, people just, if I'm parked outside, people just come to me and say, hey, yeah, are you Steve? And like, that's not work like that. Check the number plates, and don't just get into any car because it looks like an Uber. So yeah.
You want to talk about the taxi? Surrounding everything that was happening last week, there was also xenophobia strikes happening throughout the countries. I'm sure everybody heard of this.
Yeah,
and we spoke about this. I think I really think it started with the police raid. Remember, there was a police raid happening in the streets of South Africa to clear out that whole thing, and then it caught up hype, Kukasi and townships and places like that.
It also started when with the taxi strikes. People are striking because a taxi driver got shot because he was trying to stop a drug deal, and the person who happened to be selling drugs was of foreign national descent. You know what I'm saying? So that's what sparked the whole,
and it escalated from there into something that we, as Dirty Dishes and everybody in South Africa, should be really against. These are fellow African people.
Yeah, we must understand that each and every person has the ability to do good and bad. Just because someone did something bad and they're of one nationality doesn't now suddenly make everyone of them
that nation
a bad person. So we need to be aware of those things.
Also, with xenophobia, it's not just violence, but also the way in which you act and say the things that you say to another person.
Those jokes,
could promote that kind of behavior as well.
Much similar to rape culture.
Exactly the same thing.
Much similar to rape culture.
Watch what you say to people and how you say it to people. So just be careful.
Take into mind some other person's feelings, how they feel. Yeah.
Because as much as women and children feel fear for their lives in a case of xenophobia,
it is the same
thing. They also fear for their lives as well. So let's just be cautious of how we interact with people, especially in such sensitive cases like rape culture and xenophobia and other cases in South Africa.
Let's just spread love, guys.
In light of what is happening with the gender-based violence and all that has been going on, what is currently an ongoing trial right now is the Dross rape trial. The mother of the daughter that was raped in that at Dross last year has appeared in court and told her side of the story, as well as the young girl. She did an in-camera testimony, which we really do hope that trial goes as the justice system allows it to be, and justice is served. And because we all know what happened there, that one was caught red-handedly, because on camera even. So for him to get away with that was hopefully impossible.
On some good news, finally, guys.
Nice
After
stuff.
Good things. Some horrible things happening in our country. But there's also some nice things happening.
There's also some, some people are doing great things out there. So the Ndlovu Youth Choir just made it to the final of the
America's Got Talent.
America's Got Talent. They just told me right now and it just went out of my head same time. They just made it to the final. So we are gonna be supporting them wholeheartedly, full-heartedly born.
We've been
actually.
You know.
We always see them on YouTube. They're trending, guys. I hope you know what we're talking about. We hope they win.
So if
we
they
need
say,
this as a country.
If they say vote, we hope red time that side is
cheap. International.
And SMSs as well.
Please call Adibereke. Please call vote one time. So shout out to them.
Ndlovu Youth Choir.
One time.
And more on those good news, people. One of our subscribers and fellow YouTuber who has the channel called Chin is going to be performing at Prince KB's music crossover. So everybody, please do wish Ngasi good luck and all the best. Comment down there, Team Ngasi. Please do support the boy. Otherwise, my boy, we're really proud of you and we hope that you do great things and many more opportunities come out of this. Your grind and your hard work is showing.
So everyone part of the DD Nation, we would like you guys to tell us what you guys are involved in, so we can put it up on our Weekly Cav and say, you know what, like our subscribers are doing big things.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
You get what I'm saying?
Great example is Mimi, Melanin Duchess, who will be going to the Asia World Model United Nations, where basically it's a simulation of the members of the youth who will be tasked with solving real life social issues, and she needs funding. She has said that it's been tough getting funding, and if just 300 people can just donate to her 50 rand, it will be more than enough to get her to where she is going. We think that is great. We think that is good things. You know what we're saying? She's getting some great skills, coming back to South Africa and applying those practical solutions in our society. And I think that's a great thing that we should do. Personally, I will be donating to her, helping her out. We got you. Dirty Dishes will be donating to her, and we would like you guys to please do support her as well.
And tell us also if you guys are also doing things that you need help with. We'll definitely put it out here. You know what I'm saying? Gunja, what is a 50 rand in our spitor?
5 tiger.
5
jacket.
No, that's yeah.
I forgot.
Anyway, bro, if you know subscribers of knowledge, put us on.
This is how you do. This is how you can donate though to her cause. Is if you go to Instagram _melanin_Duchess. In her bio. In her bio is the link to how you can donate and help her out. So please do, as the Dirty Dishes Nation, as the DD Nation.
Yes, would like to support you guys better. Anyway, we decided to put this video at the end of the entire video. So we're gonna say goodbye to you guys. We love you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. And remember, the dishes ain't dirty
for nothing.
John?